nagbabalik po ang Poll Watch at naku po napakaganda ng ating discussion ngayon mga kasambahay, lalong-lalo po sa field ng economics na kalimitan na hindi po natin natatalakay. Mas maganda na po. Ma'am,
but before that, meron tayong comment from Marlon Marionito of Amampulo via Facebook. Kaduda-duda po ang biglaang disgusto ni Binay na humawak ng posisyon sa kabinete. Kung ba hindi siya ginawang DILG Secretary, di pa man nagsisimula ang bagong administrasyon, tila parang may gap na ang presidente at vice presidente.
Ako, Tito Joe, before tayo pumunta sa susunod nating question or comment mula sa ating mga televiewers, gusto ko pong itong itanong. Kayo po ay nanggaling sa gobyerno, nagsilbi po kayo, napakaganda ng paglilingkod nyo sa ating gobyerno. Yung bagong administrasyon, at saka itong mga little presidents sa tinatawag, ika nga yung mga bagong gabinete, ano po ang dapat pagtuunan na polisiya at problema ng bansa kung merong tatlong problema ng bansa na dapat unahin? Ma'am, kayo po muna.
Ako, poverty. Kasi maski nagyayabang tayo na nag-grow ang ating economy ng 7% ng first quarter, pero nag-grow naman ang poverty. Pagkatapos sa poverty, konektado ang poverty sa employment. Nag-grow ang ekonomiya, pero hindi naman gumalaw ang employment. Halos hindi gumalaw. Tapos tumaas pa ang underemployment. So, yung poverty, unemployment, yun ang the first two problems. Pangatlo, kung gusto natin yung tinatawag ng mga academics na mahilig gumamit ng mahahabang words, sustainable development, yung bang hindi kagaya ng tataas bigla ang GDP, baba, tataas bigla. Yung sige-sige lang sana, continuous, ay kailangang malakas tayo, gagastos tayo sa education at saka sa health. So para sa akin, itong tatlo dapat bigyan ng atensyon at prioridad.
And these things take time, a lot of time. We cannot, hindi natin makikita kaagad ng resulta overnight.
And
we will have to be
not in 1 month.
prepared to wait this out for several years.
Not in 100 days.
Not in 100 days, definitely.
Yes. Because even the 2011 budget, ang nag-prepare niyan ay ang previous administration pa rin. Kasi out na ang budget call Unless the President Neuner makes drastic changes.
Not even siguro in 1 year.
2011, hindi yan success.
Not even in 1 year's time.
But there is, no, I just wanted, in answer to your question.
In addition to what...
Of course, I will agree exactly with what Niling has said. Poverty, and of course education and health. But beyond, when we talk about this, we're actually talking economics. We're actually talking finance. Now, what we're facing right now is a very critical situation. I've not gotten tired of warning people about what was going to happen, and it has actually happened, right? Everything is dealing with how to be talking a lot about this, and it has actually happened. Now, without having to go through the details as to what have to be done, yung sinasabi mo, Joe, that this will take a lot of time. But ang importante dito, although there are no overnight solutions, ang importante dito, ma-articulate ng ating presidente exactly ano ang gagawin natin ng mga hakbang, the categorical steps in a very programmatic and detailed procedure in order to save Filipino lives, in order to get them to be able to eat more, in order to get them jobs, in order to get them educated, in order for us to be able to provide health services to them. These are the specific things. It is not just a matter of appointing a good educator and a good accountant or finance or economist. This articulation of a programmatic approach will have to be followed by whoever he appoints, because they will follow that. All departments in government don't act independent of each other. They must act in accordance to achieve one national objective, which has to be articulated by the leader of the
Now, having said that, they must proceed in lockstep with one another, yung mga departments nga.
Yes.
Mag-iba muna tayo ng konti. Ma'am, what do you think of the impending appointment of Leila de Lima as DOJ Secretary?
Well, I think that is very welcome kasi si Leila de Lima is known for her advocacy of human rights na hindi lang basta tira ng tira o aresto ng aresto, rinrespeto niya yung rights ng sangkatauhan, ng citizens. So, I think it's a very good choice.
And everybody can expect fairness, of course,
Yes,
and
yes.
independence.
Yes.
And she's a woman who has been called, ika nga, meron siya in quotation marks, ng mga bola.
Pero sir, ito, gusto ko lang itanong ano po. Can we expect that highest level of transparency, at least from the point of view of the financial aspect? Palagay niyo po, having came from the government before.
Nasa kabinete yon, nasa presidente. Kasi nung ako ay treasurer, every month nagre-report kami kung magkanong gastos, kung magkanong kita, kung magkano. Within 9 days after the end of each month, rinireport yan. At saka every 45 days, rinireport yung state of the debt, no? So, I suppose kung ipagpatuloy nila yan, may inform ang publiko. Pero ang importante din yung lengguwahe na gagamitin. Kasi you can always say the glass is half full or it's half empty or it's colored white or ganon. Importante din yung lengguwahe kasi ang financial na information is not, hindi naman types yan ng ordinary TV viewer
And
Hindi nila
siguro, ma'am,
pinag-interesan
the
yan.
people must be told, honestly, kung ano ba talaga ang sitwasyon ngayon
Yes.
and ano ba mai-expect natin in the coming days.
Yes.
Huwag naman sigurong paasahin, mahirap magpaasa, only for the people to realize na parang nabola lang pala tayo. Hindi pala ganun ang katotohanan.
Pero sir, ano po, maliban doon sa magiging comment doon sa sinabi
Yeah.
ni Tito Joe, ano lang po inyong idea tungkol doon sa mga recycled cabinet secretaries? Meaning yung mga nag-serve na before, tapos ngayon i-appoint na muli.
Well, sa akin, depends na again on what the president wants to do. No? And then whether those people that he recycled are the best people to do what he wants to be
And
done.
we will know more siguro after we hear his inaugural speech.
Yes.
Well,
From that speech siguro, marami tayong pwedeng himay-himayin at we can make some conclusions.
Lalabas yung priorities niya.
Priorities.
Pero ang question, kanina tinanong ko ito sa isang meeting na sponsored ng UNDP dito, gusto nating lalago ang ekonomiya, gusto natin healthy people, employment, etc. Saan manggagaling ang pera? At saka sino ang mas malaking kontribusyon?
Yan po ang wala nagtatanong yata, ma'am.
Wala pa.
Kaya mas
Kaya
kailangan
kailangan
natin
tanungin.
Totoo ba yung mga sinasabi ng mga ibang observers na kaya nga daw, tumaas yung ating GDP lately, dahil nga nagkaroon tayo ng eleksyon and therefore a lot of money, was spent by the politicians. Other than that, of course, alam naman natin na since many years ago, yung ating mga overseas Filipino workers, yun talaga ang nagpo-prop up ng ating economy. So, totoo ba? Totoo ba ito ang mga obserbasyon ng mga
That's part of the answer. Kasi makikita mo sa increase in government expenditures, increase in public infrastructure expenditures. Pero makita mo din na nag-shrink ang agriculture, fishery, and forestry. Negative 2.5, which is quite shocking. Pero kasi nandoon ang lahat ng mahihirap na Pilipino nag-uumpugan sa
The majority.
sa agriculture.
Manufacturing.
Yun ang nag-negative. Manufacturing kunti lang.
Pagpatuloy natin, Professor George, ang ating talakayan, we will just go on a short break for some important messages from our sponsors. Huwag kayong umalis, magbabalik ang follow-up.